everybody. Welcome back to Same Spirit Gaming. My name is Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
And I'm starting off this part of Grow Up with something a little bit different. Littered around the map, there are things called pod challenges.
Ooh.
And I think pretty much all of them involve just like making your way through these checkpoints that appear once you start the challenge.
Okay. Sounds kind of like Sonic Frontiers or something.
I guess in a way. I don't know why my brain wanted to go more like, as hated as this example is, Superman 64. Floating through the rings and all that.
I gotcha. Man, they need to remake not Superman 64, but a Superman game.
See, it waits until you pass through the first checkpoint to start the timer at least, but
Okay.
then you've got, I don't think it's always 90 seconds necessarily, but then you have a limited amount of time to hit all the checkpoints. And how did I miss that one? There we go. Okay.
That ninja glider is cool. Or I guess that was the parachute or something.
Yeah, the ninja star looking thing, that's what's called the air brake, I think.
Okay, I like that.
Now this is probably not one that I'm going to complete on this attempt.
Okay.
But just wanted to show what it looked like. Where even is the next checkpoint thing? I don't see it. Well, that's a little weird. Definitely not completing it now. But yeah, I guess completing some of those is like how you get some of the costumes and or suits, I guess they're called.
Gotcha.
I don't know if that's the last checkpoint. If it was, then I might have actually been able to complete that.
It disappeared.
Oh well. While I'm here, new floriform.
The heck is that? Trebuchet?
Yeah.
I get it, okay.
Basically, you stand in front of it, and it, well, maybe will,
Launches you.
launch you through the air. Oh yeah, also, in between bits of recording, I got this floriform, too. The Sporkid.
Nice.
And what that can do is... well...
Whoa.
basically, it shoots up really high really quickly. And if you actually happen to be grabbing onto it in the meantime... Why is it not working now? There we go.
Nothing's working. This is like every work presentation that I do. It's like, you know, I've been working on this thing, and then I test it like 5 times. It always works. And then as soon as I try to present it to the team, everything just blows up. I think it's like a known phenomenon. Like, you know, Windows, they were presenting the new Windows 98 or XP or something, and then they blue screened.
Confirmed, technology has performance anxiety.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, bug. You are quite large. I am also not a bumblebee. Why are you following me? Alright, so, I've also pretty much made it to another Starplant. I'm just trying to figure out how to get to the right spot on this thing.
Yeah.
So I can actually start growing it.
So, this is going to date this episode, but we're in the middle of a winter storm right now. And I was going to ask, how was your church service? You said I think you had like some remote one, right?
Yeah, it was only online this week because of snow and such, complicating travel.
It's funny, we're like where I live, we're getting mostly sleet. It's like we got 2 inches of snow and then it's like frozen rain and sleet, pretty much. But I saw some headline and it was like 200 million Americans are under winter storm watch, which is 2/3 of the country, or maybe we're more than 300 million now, but it's a huge percentage.
It's still not far from 2/3 anyway.
That's insane. The membrane.
Yeah, I guess part of it is, because of what areas in particular are affected.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. New York.
Yeah, like, technically speaking, California might be the most populous states, with possibly Texas even being second, or is it New York? I don't know. A lot of people think of, West Coast as being really heavily populated because of California, but actually the East Coast as a whole is a denser population than the West.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. And I actually I grew up on the West Coast. And like besides California, yeah, everything is very spread out. Very sparse or whatever. Like, I had no idea how dense New York City was until I actually visited it. Crazy.
Yeah, especially when within like a couple hours drive of each other, you've got New York City, Philadelphia, Washington D.C., Baltimore.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, really.
Those are all very populous cities, and
that's crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, all within a couple hours drive of each other.
How big is Philadelphia? Let me see. Philadelphia population. It's almost 1.5 million. So yeah, that's a pretty big city. Let me see. So I grew up near Portland, Oregon. So for comparison, Portland, Oregon is 600,000. So yeah, Philadelphia's
wait.
Almost 3 times as big.
What is happening in the game? No, why?
What is happening?
I just tried to grab on to a branch of the Starplant, and then it decided, yeah, no, you're not gonna grab onto this now. So I guess now I'm gonna try to find a spot to plant something that'll launch me up high. And good grief, I'm falling down a whole lot further.
Yeah, jeez.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get me one of these.
Fluter.
Ooh. Well, that got me partway up the distance that I fell. Oh, wow, I'm a little surprised it let me put that there. Seems quite crowded in that spot, but okay. Not gonna argue with it. Nope. Is this a branch I could maybe grab onto? And, like, you know, grow?
It looks like it, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Then the question just becomes, which direction do I head from here? That seems like it's the closest energy rock thing. I forget if that's actually what they're called.
Population of Baltimore, 600K. Washington D.C. 700K. Dang. I've never been to Washington D.C. I really want to go.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into museums and such in particular, it's a pretty good option.
I am. It's harder with the kids, but maybe the wife and I can go visit. She is working on her citizenship now. She's very excited to get it. And what's funny is, like, I'm kind of helping her study for the citizenship test. I guarantee you there are many, many Americans who could not answer the test. And it's not because it's, like, necessarily difficult. It's just because I think people, like, take history class and nothing really sinks in. It is, like, basic history and basic, like, how our government works, but...
Yeah. But, you know, if my experience and, you know, how I treated history class is anything like a decent number of people out there, it's like, okay, you learn this stuff for school, you take whatever tests you gotta, and then you just allow yourself to forget it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I would guess, maybe this is the pessimist in me, I would guess many Americans...
How did that not count, bruh?
Yeah, what the heck? You're clearly touching it.
Right, well.
I would guess many Americans don't really understand even, like, the basics of how our government works. Like how a bill is passed.
Yeah, if social media is anything to go off of, I will not argue with you at all on that point.
It's kind of sad, but yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say something else and I forgot. Oh, I was gonna say, like, yeah. I mean, like, I'm doubting Americans know our own history, but at the same time,
But we also don't know world history.
yeah, but I guarantee you, Brazilians also don't know Brazil's history. Like, there were things that you know, like, you go to any, my point is, you go to any country, and many of the citizens don't know their history, the history of their own country or the world. Because it's exactly what you're talking about. You learn the stuff for school, and then it's like, well, this doesn't really apply to my life anymore, so I don't need to know it.
Right. Real quick, there's a colored pencil and a Y block here. Anything happen if I grab onto it?
Yeah, what is that?
maybe the.
So yeah, we're not the only country that's the case.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not trying to pick on Brazil either, but like I've talked to people there, and I'll ask like, because we're talking, they do talk about politics sometimes when I'm there, and so they'll be like, we don't like Lula, or we like Lula, who's the president right now, and then I'll be like, how long are the terms? Like, how long is a president in office for? And they'll be like, I don't know, but I just don't like him. It's like, what? You don't know how long your president's in office? And then I'll be like, okay, how many? Like, how many times?
I think that's one thing U.S. citizens would be able to tell you.
Know. And then I was like, well, how many times can he be president? Like, is there a limit? Like, U.S., you can only be president 2 times. What about Brazil? And they're like, I don't really know. It's like, okay, wow. Very illuminating. So, yeah, I mean, if anybody's like, American's dumb, it's like, well, I think it's more just people don't really... If it doesn't apply to their life directly, most people just forget it. That's funny, though. And by the way, if you're looking for the answers to those questions, the term for a Brazilian president is 6 years, I believe. Now I have to look it up. But there's no term limit, which I was shocked by. You can be president as many times as you can get elected in Brazil. That's crazy.
President is basically the one political office that applies to in the U.S. that there are limits.
That's true. Sorry, it's 4 years. It's the same as us. The presidents are 4 years. I think it's good though to have a term limit. And I also think senators should have limits. Like, you shouldn't have these lifelong senators that just never end. I don't like that.
Yeah. Or like, even, representatives in the House.
Yeah. Give someone else a chance. Let's rotate someone else in for a while.
What did I grab? Anyway.
Or at least an age limit. I don't know. Like, I don't remember who said this, but someone was like, they're passing bills and like voting on bills that they're not even going to be around to see the effects of. Why would you have any stake in making it good or not?
And like, we really need to make sure we get a president from a different generation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too. I don't remember who said this. I think maybe my dad said this. Someone said this, that if you are past the age of the life expectancy, you should not be electable. Because, like, if you're at the life expectancy, you could die like from old age at any point. So,
and it's like, certainly more likely.
Yeah.
With every passing year, pretty much.
That should be the limit, and I agree. That totally makes sense. And hey, if we increase the life expectancy, okay, fair game. But yeah, makes sense.
Just, make sure that the government isn't who decides what the life expectancy is, nor any particular government agency.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's a good point.
Alright. I need to find other things to attach this Starplant to, and I might be up a little too high now.
Okay, I should probably get into the passage of the day soon here.
Yeah. Seems like a good idea to me.
Let's see here. And this is a game that mostly you can just do it anytime.
We could talk about pretty much anything at any time.
All right, so I'm going to read. I'm doing a two-parter. I'm copying Matt. He's usually the two-part guy. I'm going to read from First Galatians. Wait, sorry, there's no second Galatians. I'm reading from Galatians 6. Galatians chapter 6. People are going to be questioning what Bible I'm reading if I say that. Galatians 6, 1 and 2. Which says, brothers and sisters, if someone is caught in a sin, you who live by the Spirit should restore that person gently. But watch yourselves, or you also may be tempted. Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. So I thought it was interesting because okay, there's a couple things. Firstly, it says carry each other's burdens, which could mean burden of sin, but like be careful that you could be tempted as well, especially if you're restoring that person gently. And this is something that is missing from like modern day Christianity is if someone is sinning, you restore them gently. Like, I think most people, I guess if you're looking on the internet at least, it's not, it is the opposite of gently. It is aggressively.
Yeah.
I'm going to correct you in the most aggressive way possible.
You're a sinner. You must change your ways.
So, yeah, it should be gently, but not in a way that enables them or tempts yourself. Because, I mean, like, I know if I'm really close to somebody and they're doing something that I know is not right, because I'm close to that person, I have, like an emotional kind of bias, I guess you could say. And so, I mean, first of all, I'm really bad at, like, this is something I should work on. I'm really bad at, like, correcting people and, like, standing up and saying, hey, what you're doing is wrong. Like, obviously on this show I've talked a lot about what other people shouldn't, or, like, what is wrong, basically. Like, we've talked a lot about it. But, like, in my personal life, I really should be better at, and I do it sometimes, but I should be better at saying, like, hey, that really isn't the right thing to do. And, like, I'm not going to do that. And an effect of doing that gently is, like, because you have this kind of emotional bias towards people you're really close with, it would be easy to get tempted. Like, I guess this is an example. Like, I went to my friend's house and I spent the night, and I've said before, we like to watch, some of my friends and I like to watch bad movies, and so, and like kind of make fun of them and stuff.
Bad as in, like poorly directed or acted, not bad as in like questionable content.
Yes, thank you for the clarification. Yes, like there's like that new War of the Worlds movie, that was horrible, and it was so funny to watch because like Ice Cube's in this closed off office and he never leaves it. It's like, he just did the movie for a paycheck, so obviously he's never going to do any action scenes or anything. And he's like, oh, I got to get out of here. And then he pushes on the door and you can see the door like wiggle, but he's like, oh no, it's too strong. It's locked. I can't get out. Like, okay. You can see he could easily break the door, but he doesn't. It's really funny. So stuff like that. However, okay, so I went to my friend's house and I was going to spend the night and we're going to watch movies. And he does not care about like pirating movies. So he just, he'll be like, oh, what movie do you want to watch? And I'll be like, how about this one? And I'll be like, okay, immediately goes to pirate the movie. And I do not do that. And I did it when I was like, I don't know, really young, like back in the aughts, you know, like 2006 or 7 or something. And by I did that, I mean I never did that ever. But I don't do it now. And
there could be a whole nother conversation about pirating stuff, especially as it relates to video games, but we'll save that for another time.
Okay, yeah. I really try to just buy it. It's like, you know, or rent it. They make it really easy to buy and rent movies now, and it is just the right thing to buy or rent it. You can talk about whatever subject you want. It is wrong to pirate. Sorry, it's just wrong. And I should have, in that, you know, in my mind, I'm like, you know what, whatever. Like, he's gonna. I already know he does that all the time, and am I really gonna, you know, make a big conversation about pirating? So I didn't, and we just watched the movie because it's like it's his problem, it's his internet, it's his computer, it's his house. But yeah, that's something like maybe I should have stood up and said, hey, you know what? Like, I'll just buy it. Like, I'll just rent it for us. We don't need to pirate it. Like, don't worry about it. That would be doing the right thing and like showing an example, like standing up and actually, you know, literally putting my money where my mouth is and saying, hey, this is wrong. Let's do this the right way. It's something small. Maybe like, you know, people think that's ridiculous, but that would be one way to do that. Yeah. But if I allow him to do that, like this passage says, I could be tempted. And it's like, you know what? Maybe it is okay. Maybe it is okay to pirate. I'm going to go home and download a bunch of stuff. I did not do that. But it's possible the more I get used to it, maybe I would start thinking that way. All right, I've been talking a long time. That's my thoughts on it.
I definitely haven't pirated any movies or anything like that. The closest that I did, which wasn't even me directly, it was like, I think my sister had some songs in her music collection that were pirated or something like that, and then like she shared the files with me.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's. I feel like that's not as bad. I feel like that's kind of a gray area because you didn't do it actually. Like you're just getting it from somebody. Okay, you should report her to the authorities. No, I'm kidding. And now that's where you're taking it too far. And we talked about it a little bit in Kingdom Hearts about like treating foreigners a certain way, but it's like, you know, you can also take things too far. What the passage that comes to mind is don't something about like don't bring your fellow Christians to court, you know, settle it between yourselves, that kind of a thing. Like I actually don't think it's the right thing to do for me to like turn in my friend and get him in a bunch of trouble. I don't think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah. And definitely do not let us know what you have or have not pirated in the comment section.
Yeah, don't do that.
We're not trying to get people in trouble here.
Yeah. Yeah, don't talk about pirating on the internet.
Alright. Well, I don't want to get in trouble with our normal video length either, so we should probably wrap this up.
That sounds good. And hey, look at that. If you decide to not pirate anymore, guess what you're doing? You're growing up, just like this game. It's just such a good title, I can't help myself.
Alrighty.
right.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any other videos of ours. That also makes it a lot easier to find our channel in case you're curious about the Kingdom Hearts thing Jordan just mentioned, or other videos that we've previously published. You can find those a lot easier that way too.
That was a good conversation in the Kingdom Hearts video, so yeah, go check it out.
Alright. Just so I don't fall off of this plant here to wrap things up. Yeah. Bye, everybody.
Bye.